In today's economy, companies are looking for ways to control and reduce costs while maintaining high levels of quality in all aspects of their business. For many businesses, the supply chain is an area that often has excessive costs due to inefficiencies and a lack of understanding of their total supply chain expenditure. To solve these problems, you first need to completely understand your total logistics expense. That's where BridgeNet Solutions comes in. Our first step is to gain global visibility of your total transportation costs by obtaining electronic shipment details for every shipment directly from your carriers. We perform a forensic examination of your historic as well as your ongoing transportation costs, which you can then monitor using our web-based global visibility tool, Zonar. Zonar allows you to see every shipment in your logistics network, regardless of mode or location in the world. It enables supply chain professionals to perform a quick analysis of their global transportation costs based on real-time data and create optimal network configurations based on best practices, all from their desktop. After understanding exactly where your transportation expense is going, we can then begin identifying problems by first comparing your company's data against Zonar's database, which houses the data of the 1,000+ companies we've worked with over the past 8 years. Zonar can then be used to implement solutions that are customized to fit your company's specific needs. Let's take a closer look at some of Zonar's customizable solutions. Benchmarking. Zonar is able to mine through your company's shipment details to create a characteristic profile. That profile is then compared to the 1,000+ companies in its database. Matches are made to companies with similar characteristics that have lower spends because of better incentives. We then work with you and your carriers to get you the best agreement based on those comparisons. Routing guide compliance. Zonar has been instrumental in helping our clients measure their supply chain efficiency and monitor and enforce routing guidelines. So, if your logistics department uses carrier B instead of carrier A, Zonar can issue a weekly exception report that will show the cost of that error and what revenue was lost based on being out of compliance. Alternative service selection. Zonar has customizable alerts that can be triggered by various options, such as excess expense. If your purchasing department repeatedly orders goods by next day air when your routing guide calls for a less expensive service, Zonar will issue an alert each time that spend threshold is broken. Zonar will then issue a report that shows what that shipment would have cost using an alternative mode or service. Shipment consolidation. If you have a client that places multiple orders with you on a daily basis, Zonar can identify and consolidate orders, eliminating costs, labor, and material usage by creating fewer shipments. Line item detail reporting and audited revenue recovery. BridgeNet can take your detailed carrier invoices and convert them into readable reports. You can then download these reports from Zonar by individual categories, including mode, carrier, currency, date range, and service. Zonar will then audit each individual shipment for excessive charges, and BridgeNet will recover these refunds directly from the carriers on behalf of our clients. And track and view. If you have a shipment of raw materials in transit from California to Germany, Zonar's track and view will allow you to track your shipment in real time. So if your shipment is delayed, Zonar will issue an email alert so you can make contingency plans in order to avoid halting production and losing revenue. Zonar is a web-based solution, so there's no software installation and almost no IT involvement required. It uses advanced optimization technology to manage the world's most complex supply chains. With Zonar, we help our clients identify, implement, and manage cost reduction strategies that result in a 10 to 40% decrease in their total logistics expense. BridgeNet Solutions has a results-based business model, which means that there's no upfront investment from the client. We gather all data and make a preliminary savings analysis at no cost. Once a client partners with BridgeNet, we identify cost-saving scenarios, deploy personnel to the field, present and implement those scenarios, and monitor compliance throughout the client's network. BridgeNet is only paid out of newfound savings, which means that we never affect our client's budget in the negative. In essence, we become an extension of your logistics department, allowing you to manage solutions and increase efficiency. BridgeNet Solutions. We provide global visibility, identify problems, and implement solutions.